And there's a double snare, one for either side of this tunnel. That way you can catch a rat coming from both directions. Today for Mousetrap Monday, we are going to catch some rats with a brand new prototype trap. Now this trap was invented by a YouTube viewer named Steve, who is a genius at coming up with new ways of catching mice and rats. I've already featured several of his traps, including a vacuum trap that sucks out the air once you catch a mouse, also 2 variations on the tip and slip, a smaller one for catching mice, and a larger one for catching rats. And he's also come up with several variations on spring-loaded snare traps, everything from small ones for catching mice to large ones for catching raccoons and opossums. And this is the latest prototype, a perfect size for catching rats. The way you set it is there's a spring up front attached to a cable attached to our 2 nooses. You pull back the spring, and there's a loop right here that hooks into the trigger. You wrap it around a pulley, stretch it, and then hook it to the arm. Now this arm wants to flip up and release the cable, but it can't when it's hooked in the trigger right here. That's a very sensitive trigger. As soon as the rat goes in there and pushes it down, it flips up and releases. We'll go ahead and set the trap again. And then to set it, you place the bait inside the tube and place the nooses or the snares in grooves on the ends. That way when a rat smells the food, it will go inside the tunnel, and when it does, it is caught right on the head or body, and there's no way that rat can escape. This trap looks like it's going to work very well, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go set up the motion cameras in the barn and see if we can catch a rat with the double snare trap. To entice the rats in, we're going to place some peanut butter on the trigger right in the center. Then also cover it with sunflower seeds and a pepperoni stick. That should draw the rats in. Now that the trap is all baited and set, we can turn on the motion cameras and wait for the rats. Well, last night we got to see just how well this prototype double snare spring-loaded trap worked. As soon as the rat went in there and stepped on the trigger, it set off the arm, activated the spring, and got caught. If you have any suggestions on how to make this trap better, leave a comment down below. I'm sure Steve will read those and might incorporate them in a future design. Now, normally I feed the mice and rats we catch to wild animals, but the other rats came along and consumed it, so there's not much left. That does happen with rats. They're pretty vicious. I love testing out new mouse and rat traps. On this channel, I've tested out every mouse and rat trap I can get my hands on. I've posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube, and currently I'm posting new videos every Monday and Friday. So if you want to see the best videos on how to catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a mouse problem, please consider clicking the link in the description and purchasing one of the mouse traps I invented. It's called the Dizzy Dunker Mousetrap, and I consider it to be the greatest mousetrap ever made.